and vision. Everyone's task is unique and can't be replaced. They may copy property, yet spirit can't be traced. Footprints washed away, imprints can't be erased. Image may be tarnished, but aura can't be defaced. I'm just like you, like way back in the day again. Time and distance separated us, but we stay friends. Our mistakes and poor decisions, we made amends. You took trips from the shot to VA when I was caged in. That's a whole bunch of driving. Business with ritual, kept me with a visual. Effect was residual. Our words reciprocal, visible in the physical. From the annals of she steps up from the biblical. Who show finds a wife, finds a good thing. One who sure to feed you bread, wine, and would bring a crown to your head. Prepare the heavens with you and could sing songs to a heavy heart. She happens to be my hood fling. You are my first love, although you are my second wife. Things happen for a reason, no second guessing life. I'm still learning though, that's why I question life. And in the same breath I walk in purpose, destined life. Born with the gift, yet you the reason why I bless the mic. With the gods, Raquel Allah and his best on test night. Slightly digress, right? That's the impetus. My praise of the great matriarch is the rarest. Cherish the day, it's the night you embellish. I stand corrected, bold dynamics we relish. Your hair's a true blue stone, your complexion is reddish. You are the sight of new life as this dark old world perish. Carnal realm we stay in, madness and mayhem. Just wanted to add on to your fresh start this AM. Together we radiate divine light as they spray chemicals. Continue to shine bright, no intention is what we pay them. So make it your business to be wise, be stimulating, be excited, share new ideas. And when you face it, despicable realities of others, it's fictional. Daughter of the great mother, don't ever be predictable. No matter how much things seem inexplicable, I'm not going nowhere, I'ma always be here with you. You're just beginning, do you know? No one's ever been limits to potential. No matter how clever, they may try to control climate. You design weather, the weight of the feather. You are the sublime measure, structural, hearing and coherence in music. The house of Heru and its acoustics. You're the cause of why when I see water, I see skies. No coincidence that Sharice is she rise. Crazy how I phrase these words so subtly. The annals of she, yours truly, Tuttle she. We must return to what we always are, to the knowledge that we are divine children in a divine one verse, playing a divine game of love for the divine beloved, as love, in love, and for love. Thus, the tender words we say to each other are stored in the sacred soul of the cosmos. One day, like rain, they will fall and spread, and our story will grow green over the world. I teach you up. Watch time and space rock the great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the spark, waves the heart as I sun ray my art, her make the patriarch. Most social media saviors are fixed marks once we make knowledge born is when time and space rock. The great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the spark, waves the heart as I sun ray my art, her make the patriarch. Most social media saviors are fixed marks once we make knowledge born is when the rhyme and bass rose up, took a shower, purified my arc field, took copper for a wall to ensure my chlorophyll is pumping. Done some cross for sure, I want to build solid foundation, my crown chakra, core and hill, pound the pavement, sacred ground, freedom I stand for, free all political prisoners of war, man or woman and child, rid the land of all foreign and alien entities. I decree this morning, send them back to whence they came. Is the peace laugh or war cry, whatever the relevant name of each path, simple, highest form, spiritualities, how you teach math, a humble beast is still a beast, now feel the beast wrath, rain fire upon them, and the internet forms, sigils, emojis, and the avatars that wore them, destroy this de facto government and its quorums, establish Big Mom's household, she may restore him, a great matriarch. Whether it's day or dark, creates the spark. Ways the heart as I sun ray. My art, her make the patriarch. Social media, saviors are fakes. Marks once we make. Knowledge born is when time and space rock. The great matriarch. Whether it's day or dark, creates the spark. Ways the heart as I sun ray. My art, her make the patriarch. Most social media, saviors are fakes. Marks once we make. Knowledge born is when rhyme and bass drop. The next host. Note to self, quit playing, hit the gas. This shaft is called my turn, take the risk, it's fast. Most of them got vaccinated with chips in their ass, plus rappers sacrificing each other for grips of their cash. Sad cat, watch videos without the subliminals. Predictive programming, weirdo. Sprung menstrual shows, the land's contaminated. Fruits and vegetables, black minerals, the water and skies I fry. Nuclear chemicals, technology got me here in front of my desktop, perusing these beasts and whatnot for my best option, contemplating which bar will next spot to unlock the minds that are stuck within a Xbox. Off the chart, I continue to climb, watching the rest flop like carp fishing, 100% fresh shark water. I'm on the front line, X marks the spot. I shine because of her, for she's the best part. The great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the spark. Ways the heart as I sun ray. My art, her make the patriarch. Most social media, saviors I face. Marks once we make. Knowledge born is when time and space rock. The great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the spark. Ways the heart as I sun ray. My art, her make the patriarch. Most social media, saviors I face. Marks once we make. Knowledge born is when the rhyme and bass drops. So much more to say. I want peace. It seems that war is coming. I want you feast, yet I can't shame to stomach. I want increase, but in this dream things plummet. So I summon from within. Angels and demons like Dan Brown. If you angling and scheming, stand down. It's arranged scenes been scripted, planned out, strange. We understand now how they ran the damn town. Came on land, handed out books, scriptural to literal. But if you question it, they got rid of you. Democrat, Republic, conservative, liberal. Who's ever told you same party you attend is political? It's clear, they rather have you vote the queer way. Controls the confusion, using the cavalier sway. Conspiracy theories get them for fear's sake. Most what they call history's merely hearsay. You offer salat or pray to them we'll pray. Since a lot of y'all woke, then let's hope this year make the year for a clear break. Angels language, devil's dialogue, anguish used to keep us languid within the tankage. Aim is to ensure we remain in language, brainless with no heart, cowards framed in anguish. This pain is tameless. I've earned the right to set ablaze the day and burn the night. I'm not an L-bait or day, nor bright burn, but I burn bright. Yearn to fight the lion, done learn to write. What you feed the mind determines the appetite. Vibrate at my highest interference to the satellite. Like I've been little my whole life. Had to fight, got foreigners and aliens in my battle site. I'm more Anazazi than Nazarite. Most you bloggers are babblers and acolytes. A lot of y'all act alike. Society's in an uproar, our people still bickering amongst each other as if the world isn't listening. Division is the tradition. I'm using supreme mathematics, subtraction and addition. Thing between Ukraine and Russia, some are still enlisted. It's fictitious corporations, armed forces, and its mission. That problem solving, but multiplying. Issues in a cult-like fashion. People in bulk dying instead of us unifying. You rather talk, flick through an iPhone screen. Disrespectful with the comments with our own memes. Mentality, reality, you cry, moan, scream. Personalities of a Mark 5 drone or clone beam. Wait till y'all out with this next cyclone green. The Queen Mother's throne king. I'm more enlightened now that I've dropped you. This might shock you, then again it might not. Yet I opt to. You move like how a cop do. I will think outside the box you to stop you. What's a savage to the sacred? You like average, basic. Need more than your tablet and apps to combat with this creative. Deflate the hatred. I give love. If it's not reciprocated, no love lost. Straight my natural state is. And I'm not yet in my prime, y'all. This rhyme's called Angel's Language, Devil's Dialogue. You hit a firewall, the final call is it's your time to fall, my lighter. Blind them all. Let's not I be single with no further ado. I bring to you, live and direct, myself, tired that son, Kingle, doing my thing too.
Yo, that right there by ToLU'S G, right? That's the shit. I listened to that before I fell asleep last night. That's Angel's Language, Devil's Dialogue. All right, so if you go over to SoundCloud, Spotify, hit it up. I believe he's on YouTube if I remember right. But yeah, check the brother out. So I just want to give y'all some tea. I got to run out this AM. I need to go to the range and put that through his courses to make sure, at least put a couple hundred rounds. I was able to pick up some ammo. I don't think I can shoot it on here either, even though it's not a firearm. But I was able to get 50 rounds. I'm going to pick up a few more boxes this morning for like $28 with the deal that we get veterans. And then I got to take my resume. I got to go actually go print it out because they're gonna hire me. Just work 1 or 2 days a week. It's winter. It's the winter time. You're gonna go in the spring, and they'll pick up because I need to be on my feet doing something. I read a lot. I chef. I teach. I show. Y'all don't. We all have lives. And that's why I know it's Monday morning, and I know people at work, so I don't expect everybody to be here. But I said, let me go on and do it, and everybody can check it out later. It's no big deal. And I want to go ahead and work at Gunfighter Canyon. Besides getting quite a bit off from firearms, but it's not for that. It's because I interact with a lot of people from other countries, and even out the people that work there, veterans. I hear accents and I recognize and I know exactly where they're from. And besides, I speak some languages. Like a lot of the German people from Holland, Amsterdam stuff. That when I hear the accent, I go over there and I start holding a small, lucrative conversation. When I hear a little Yiddish, and I already know some of these mugs are perverted, they kind of get like as if I don't really like that language anyway. But Asians, you'd be surprised how many of them ask me, "Do you got Chinese in your family?" I'm like, "Do you have?" And I say this, and then we laugh. "Do you have any of me in your family?" So, even though I got cousins, Chinese cousins, but so I want look. I'm going to read this. I am therefore become your enemy because I tell you the truth, and that's in Galatians chapter 4, verse 16. This book right here, it starts off with Mr. Benjamin H. Friedman. I'm not going to tell you his history. You can Google it. But it says, Benjamin Friedman speaks. A Jewish defector warns America. And we're talking about, as far as the fictional 20th century, we're talking about a person born in 1890. Okay? Like my great-grandmother. Well, she was born a little bit before that, but yeah. Okay? And I beat myself up because I didn't come on yesterday. I wasn't upset and didn't read because I dozed off, and that's why I came on later on that evening and shared with what I shared. Today, what I want to discuss, and somebody asked me if I would read that with Arthur Kessler. So y'all know Arthur Kessler was a good long read, and we really got through that, and that was very informative. If you didn't go back and listen to my Arthur Kessler read, that's on you. We can't even hold a conversation. What I wanted to point out, I got to pull up something else. But the ideology or philanthropy of the politics of Zionist fundraising by Samuel Hopton Wayne State University. In 1930, organized American Zionism stood on the brink of complete collapse. Leaders and followers alike had generally ceased talking of the near-term prospects of a sovereign Jewish state. Now, why am I saying this? Because everybody that knows, Zionism was founded by Theodor Alpha Herzl. Okay? It didn't die nowhere. This is the ploy they play to keep people confused in the different countries. Why do I say this? And we'll get to that in a minute, right? But we'll get to that. Let me type this in because it was on my phone and I didn't put it over here, okay? Let's turn this off. You'll hear me typing. I'm going to spell it right. So I wanted to go to his biography, okay? You already have it up. I just never took it down. All right? So we're going to use Wikipedia, okay? Let me take this off, man. I know it's kind of dark, and that adds to it. Theodor Herzl, Theodore Herzl, right? Alfred, whatever you want to call him. The native form of this personal name is Herzl Tivadar. Okay? Tivadar. All right? And y'all know some of the books I'm reading, you hearing those weird names. They're not weird. These names that people have utilized, they get that from us. All their names are based on the old world constructs to which we had different names. When you hear people saying Lee, Branch, James, all that comes from us. I don't care what anybody thinks or believes. We'll get into that in another live. I'll address that. Okay? The article uses Western name order when mentioning individuals, and we know that this is not the West. They must upkeep this. I already expressed to you the new owner of Wikipedia is a fake little dumb fraudulent Jew, a Gujar or a Turk, whatever you want to call him. So Theodore Herzl, 2nd May 1860 to July 1904. That means he only lived to be 44. Was an Austro-Hungarian. Austro-Hungarian. Now, most of y'all should know that they broke up, but I'll address that in a moment. Jewish journalist and political activist who was the father of modern political Zionism. Herzl formed the Zionist organization and promoted Jewish immigration to Palestine in an effort to form a Jewish state. So he passed away in 1904. It was always in the work. Yet, you heard West Side, you heard from me, because people didn't believe me when I said, this has been scripted to push the lie of history, because that is not how it went down. They were already in control after conquering Europe. Okay? Who conquered Turkey? The original people of Turkey. The Ottoman Empire. What is the Ottoman Empire based upon? Who conquered Russia? Persia. North Africa. Sicily, Italy. New Age fake Rome. All those places are really kind of fake but real. We were over there as well. It wasn't the world that this bastard helped create. This is the misleading, contemptuous of the narrative of studying history if you do not know any further than what the fuck they've laid as a foundation, which is not even a solid stone. They want it to be. Herzl was born in Pest Kingdom of Hungary to a prosperous Neolog Jewish family. What is a Neolog Jewish family? Neolog Judaism, and you're going to be like, get the fuck out of here. I'm like, yeah. Religion. God in Judaism, name, principles of faith, mitzvot, halakha, Shabbat, holidays, prayers, tzedakah, whatever. One of these little fake Jewish Negro groups running around using that name, tzedakah. Anyway, land of Israel, Brit, bar, and mitzvah, marriage, bereavement. So when you say religion, it has no answer. This is what they do. Okay? Anyway, Neologs. Hungarians, Neolog Enzit, Neolog faction are one of the two large communal organizations among Hungarian Jewry. First, let's get to the word Jewry. A Jewish quarter in a town or city. That's what Jewry means. Just to let y'all know. Because not everybody knows this. You know what I'm saying? Now, let's go back. Okay? Socially, the liberal and modernist neologs had been more inclined toward integration into Hungarian society since the era of emancipation in the 19th century. Era of emancipation? Jewish emancipation was the process in various nations in Europe of eliminating Jewish disabilities. For instance, Jewish quotes, to which European Jews were then subject, and the recognition of Jews was entitled to equality and citizenship rights. It included efforts within the community to integrate into their societies as citizens. It occurred gradually between the late 18th century and the early 20th century. Does that sound familiar? The lie exerted over here from over there are roughly at the same time when our forefathers were being murdered and identities stolen by the very people who would support Margaret Sanger and that bastard. He's saying names, but you know who I'm talking about. Walter Plecker. Walter A. Plecker. Because, see, people think that based on what was coming out of Germany during that time, roughly this happened by chance. Do you see how the puzzle pieces go together? And anybody that thinks that Walter Plecker wasn't funded because he was not rich by the same Rockefellers and Vanderbilts, Rothschilds, they were all funded in order to push the eugenics. And Walter Plecker, who was a doctor by trade, also all of a sudden became selected to write us out of history by the very same fake fictional bastards who've been doing it all around the world. But this was the last bastion as they were rewriting history. George Orwellian factor sound familiar? Mark Twain's essence of speaking on these things? Okay. Anywho, let me finish off. The Jewish emancipation followed after the Age of Enlightenment and the concurrent Haskalah, or Jewish Enlightenment. Various nations repealed or superseded previous discriminatory laws applied specifically against Jews where they resided. Before the emancipation, most Jews were isolated in residential areas from the rest of the society, what you would call ghettos. But what did they do? Because the whole narrative of Jew, I think if you go into the scriptures, let's jump around a little bit. Let me see if I can pull it out. If I can find it somewhere. Let me I want to make sure I want to quote it per se. If you go to Esther's 8:17, the name appears in the Bible as a verb in Esther's chapter 8, verse 17, which states, I'm just using as puzzle pieces, which states, many of the people of the land became Yehudim. In the generic sense, then they put in their fake Yiddish language, Metyahadim, because the fear of the Yehudim fell on them. No such word as fucking Jew. When I said by reading this book right here that these motherfuckers are frauds, y'all disavowed and did not believe me. They created that term. When I say Yehudim from Atlantean, they took our narratives and turned them into myths while using all these fake Jews to create comics based off our stories, whether it be the Black Panther, the fact that our lion was 25% bigger than the lion over there in Africa and everywhere else. Our tiger here, our saber-tooth tiger, was damn near double the size of the Bangladesh tiger. See, this is what y'all have a hard time understanding. It's these simple things of frequencies to our narrative. Okay? And the moment you get in touch with them, the more you start realizing it. You're going to have the dumb niggas, all right? Now, there are some bad Masons, there's some good ones. But the problem is, in America, the Negro don't need to be a Mason. And I'm saying Negro because he's a dead motherfucker. I'm not saying I want them dead. Okay? No, necromancers. They play with dead things, not knowing the truth. And y'all follow some of these motherfuckers. And I was hoping that someone would pick up the light. But they so engraved in it. We're the origin of it. We don't have to walk around with some poofy ass rings and all that other dumb shit. Let me show you a picture right quick. You want to talk about Crimea, right? You want to talk about things you know nothing about, right? I want to show you something. When you want to get to these niggas about World War I and these Hungarian, Australian fake Jews who will later decide who is in Persia being the same, the people over in Palestine being conquered and controlled by the Ottoman Empire for centuries before the fake Jews decided, well, we're going to go over there saying they're half-breed, they're Shemitic. We created Islam. They ran with that. We're going to go over there and we're going to kill them off from the land. This is how they see them. They see them as goyim now because they perverted their blood. And to them, to the Zionists, they are no more the Shemitic people they once were. First of all, they hold on to a religion that they created by way of the Vatican. I don't care if you believe me or not. It's not my problem because you're so vested. It's no hate. All right? It's the very same people that create all the wars and everything against all the people. And then they use them as a pawn. I want you to see something. And you can go and dig these pictures up yourself. And they even go back more further. When he's got these goofy niggas running around here with a fez on. And I know a lot of you might want to say, well, we adopted it. First of all, it doesn't have nothing to do with the Star and the Crescent, which is all about Mississippian culture. And in fact, that's not the Gulf of Mexico, but it's named after my people, the Chickasaw, or the Choctaw. All right? They stole and changed that name, which created the land Mexico, which that was the name, which was an island. Prove me fucking wrong, and I'll show you 100 ways correct. No disparity of that separation of people. The truth is what the fuck sets you free. A coward will hold on and latch on to a lie. So the feds has nothing to do with what the fuck you think it is. The lie has been pushed so much because who conquered Morocco? The same sons of bitches. The Gujar. Why is it so hard for y'all to acclimate to a reality that's outside of the... And they wanted to destroy the old world so they can create a new one. But that was not dynamically how it happened. Once they became established, they became perverse. You don't get it. Our people went through the same shit. We had a breakaway. It's in literature. And we'll be reading that. As long as we're permissible. Okay? Let's go back. Anyway. Emancipation. Ain't that about a bitch? And here it is. They talk about World War II. How much money is America giving fake-ass Israel every year? The United States maintained grant aid to Israel at $3 billion annually. For the fuck what? How many of y'all aware of newspapers in Paris of old? No Jew controlled it, right? Well, listen to this. Herzl formed the Zionist organization and promoted Jewish immigration to Palestine in an effort to form a Jewish state. Herzl was born, it was knocked down. Herzl was born in Pest Kingdom of Hungary. Pest, that's what the fuck they are, of Hungary, to a prosperous neo-log Jewish family. After a brief legal career in Vienna, he became the Paris correspondent for the Viennese newspaper Neue Presse. That means he was rewriting history over there after they had conquered France. Y'all know about the Byzantine Empire, right? We know a lot of these names don't even really apply. A lot of this is created by them. Y'all do know this, right? Okay. So, let's go back. And a Haskalah, you can go ahead and look that up. If you want to know what a Haskalah, current Haskalah or Jewish Enlightenment, right? Haskalah, Meskel, redirects here for the Hebrew literary term on Wikipedia, as from the encyclopedia, if you want to know that, okay? So you can just put Haskalah in, and it's going to give you that direction. Or you can go and look at it on Brave, where it give a little more insight, okay? Or some of the other forms if you have Firefox or whatever, right? So anyway, the Haskalah, often termed as the Jewish Enlightenment, all right? And it's not Aramaic or the old language. It's just Yiddish bullshit. A language that was completed around, well, still being completed, but in 1933. Literary wisdom, erudition, or education. was an intellectual movement among the Jews of Central and Eastern Europe, with a certain influence on those in Western Europe. They write themselves in as who they are, frauds, on those in Western Europe and the Muslim world. It arose as a defined ideological worldview during the 1770s, and its last stage ended around 1881 with the rise of Jewish emancipation. If I was to go to the so-called the Tanakh, the Torah, the King James Bible, first of all, the Jewish people were supposed to wait for the Creator to establish His kingdom on earth for them. There was no rush to anything. We have always never owned, named, but we protected the earth as was directed. Even though we betrayed many prophets and not standing the grounds believing that the prophets had all the answers by the narrative of prophets. These bastards murdered the prophets. These bastards created sacrilege, conquering kingdom after kingdom when we believed we were one world, one nation. And these bastards in recent, and you see them doing the very thing right before your eyes, and you've been able to be with eyes to the history of the last 235 years, and yet you still want to sit up there last night and watch some bullshit, fake ass, fraudulent, goddamn Super Bowl. You niggas won't free yourself for shit because you believe that you can give it power, something that you really didn't create, and the diaspora how it was to put giants in front of you. It's funny. It's funny. They'll want to equate football with an opera. Because, you know, if you go to a coliseum with musicians, they're on a stage up here. It doesn't even matter if you're sitting up here. They'll be in a minute or so. It's all perspective. They're still higher than you. Fucking musicians, entertainers, bullshit, vaudeville my ass, like a stage. Even Judy and Punch is in a fucking thing above you so you can see without too much of the shadows and the hand movements. But in an opera, literally, they're in the Coliseum floor. Sometimes rise from the bottom, and everybody sits and looks down so they can get the energy, the frequency, not the manipulation. You niggas won't free yourself for one moment. And that goes for you pale-skinned niggas too. You fake Chinese motherfucking niggas. All you niggas is one fucking people, no matter what these bastards did. But you got a world believing that you got to have straight hair and pale skin to be fucking authentic? No, nigga. If you study science, that's degenerative shit. No, it's nothing bad. Many of our people have straight and blonde and born with red and all kind of brown hair. But the reality is, it's defective, motherfucker. Because I've had enough. I would think that y'all would have enough on all sides, all fronts. And go, if you forget and you have a problem with what I'm saying, go back and look at the thumbnail. You didn't have to come up the fuck in here. So anyway, the Hezbollah pursued to complementary aims. It sought to preserve the Jews as a separate, unique collective. Now they wanted to hide them in a form. Not all these, majority of the fake Jews are there is 80% of converts. From fake ass Europe, from fake ass America, from fake ass everywhere. Fucking converts. I remember in the 90s when the motherfucking fake ass rabbis, the Zionist fucks were going to Japan and China looking for their bloodline to say, come home, you're Jews, because they knew this point would come. And yes, they got them, just like them worthless ass Ethiopians who were conquered by the Ottoman Empire as well. North Africa, didn't I say that? For those who believe that's North Africa. And you saw how they used Haile Selassie with these goofy niggas in Jamaica and everywhere running around. Haile Selassie, the emperor, oh, shut the fuck up. That nigga knew about Tartary. Just like Maurice Garvey's punk ass. And he died because they just looked at him like the most miserable thing because he started to actually tell the truth. You never saw none of that, did y'all? Yes, Maurice Garvey realized this, you know, he was working for the League of Nations. Just like these sellout goofy niggas in the feds and the easily manipulated punk niggas are getting in the music industry. Yes. to fuck your heads up and make you look outside yourselves and be broken with all that 404 and fucked up frequency and everything else, eating this garbage ass food. My advice to y'all, fucking fast for 7 months. Sip some fucking water and chew and grow a fucking lime tree in your house. You can grow a mini lime tree. Key limes? Yeah, you can. Get 2 heating lamps, germinate the fucking shits and grow them right there in your house. And suck on them bitches and get some mint leaves. It'll keep you alive. It'll keep you alive for a couple of years, motherfuckers. What? Anyway. Anyway, Jews is a separate state, unique collective, right? And it pursued a set of projects of cultural and moral renewal, including a revival of Hebrew. A revival of Hebrew for use in secular life. A revival of Hebrew. The revival of the Hebrew language took place in Europe and Israel toward the end of the 19th century because these motherfuckers don't speak it today. That's why they had to add all them vowels and shit. That's a made-up new fucking language called Yiddish. Gibberish, motherfuckers. That's why if you go to what you call it, to learn it, what is it called? If you Google learn English, Jewish language, it ain't there. Like that shit's supposed to be hidden as secret or some shit. Now you can pull up some words, translation too. But you ain't gonna learn the language, but they got everything else you can download. Even Spanish all over the fucking place. Different ways to say it. Mandarin they got rid of. I think it's Cantonese now, is it? Or vice versa. Well, anyway, I got both of them. So anyway, even if you're using that goddamn stone, what you call it, that Rosetta Stone and all that, or that other one, Viper, there's another one too. It doesn't matter. Anyway, though which the language's usage changed from purely the sacred language of Judaism to a spoken and written language used for daily life in Israel. The process began as Jews from diverse regions started arriving and establishing themselves alongside the pre-existing Jewish community. Again, the process began as Jews from diverse regions started arriving and establishing themselves alongside the pre-existing Jewish community in the region of Palestine in the first half of the 20th century. Now, what they want you to believe is there were, a few hundred that were there, or 60 or a few hundred, right? They were there to be the consort because they were here, they were everywhere. They decided not to make Israel here. They went all the way to the Caribs. They went even to Easter Island. They murdered over them 6,000 people there. Britain. They murdered them people. They killed every last one of them. Well, I think a handful of the women they took with them for scientific studies. I think they lobotomized and cut them up alive. Well, you think I'm playing? We're not talking about 16, 17. We're talking about the 18, 19 fucking hundreds people. That's who these bastards are. Anyway, excuse me. Because I still know some good ones, all right? So don't get it twisted, all right? They were everywhere. And there were 7 places before they settled on Palestine. Before Palestine, it would have been Uganda. I'm dead serious. They would have set themselves among them, which they made war on for a long time. Do the study. Search the history out. Don't take my word for it. Westside read every country that they looked at before establishing Palestine because Theodore Herzl was a piece of shit. He's no different from the people that they conquered and all the places they conquered. He is not Ashkenaz, nor is he Semitic. He is not one of our peoples. He is a liar, like a beggar and a thief. And all of them work together to establish what they've established. To betray all of humanity. Some say even that he was taken away somewhere else because he had did the ultimate of betrayals. One of them. I'm going to read no more. You can pull this up yourself if you want to know more about the revival of the Hebrew language, because they don't speak it today. It's all up in this language. It's part of our indigenous language, and it's not that Met or Kemet, that are cat people language, those who they stole away, who they first conquered, who later became the Mongols or Mongrels. They're one and the same. Who they brought here and put into those forced Indian training schools when they didn't want to leave. They the war. They felt like they succeeded in doing what they did over there. Well, they got rid of them elders and they brought their children here and put them in these fake ass schools, and they were the first, and that would later become the part of the education system. How they would murder a lot of them children, and they made them be who they think they are today, and every one of them are not our people. I know there's some people in New York pushing that because they're married to. I don't give a fuck. They're not great historians. You know, you're still talking about some barren straight shit. You're a retarded motherfucker. Well, I've been to Alaska. I've been over. I know it's only 55 miles. And in the summertime, even with the swells, I've been around the Horn. I'm a seller, goddammit. You can get over there. Any of y'all can go get a goddamn 13, 26 footer. You can go and make it over to Russia if they don't shoot and sink your ass for going over there with this all goofy shit, the separation and division. But see, that's 55 fucking miles, people. Alaska to Russia. Niggas in the Legion and certain special forces march more than that. The 3-day marches, motherfuckers. Okay? I'm getting so tired of this world of this fucking bullshit, and people can't even figure these little things out. I'm not saying it with hate or anything. Okay? Anyway. For use in secular life, which resulted in an increase in Hebrew found in print and currently. So they were digging up. Who do you think's digging up old world? Trying to find everything. And all the dark things that we were not meant to play with. That really wasn't dark. We controlled the enemies from coming here. We kept the place bound, safe. I actually had some knucklehead. I was laughing because I didn't respond. Try to talk about inventions, and I was like you're not even on my level. You know, Matt, you are like they cut the tail off of your backbone, motherfucker. Like. I just was laughing. Like he really thinks his fake Jesus is going to save and protect him, you know, attempting to say something stupid to me. Like, no, I'm not even, you're insignificant. You're not even, a mite's more mightier than that. You're like, I was laughing when he was talking about we didn't invent this and that. I was like, just goofies. And why in the fuck, any of you in Georgia and Alabama, what the fuck? How come? That's why I can't stand these goofy, dumb niggas that make these little groups, not fucking around society and all them punk niggas. What are we doing with sundown towns on our land, motherfuckers? Huh? How come y'all haven't corrected that fallacy, that shit? Oh, that's right. Y'all like to move around and be all rah, drama filled and shit. Big tough guys. And then bother when somebody comes along and say something who's not alpha or sigma bullshit, who's just straight up masculine, motherfucker. These motherfuckers create the problem, and y'all are not being the fucking solution. You're just going by, still slaving and doing their bullshit world because you can't get it in your head to change direction. And without changing direction, you're going to stay in the direction they established for you, goofy asses. 7 grams, I'm grateful that you're here and you're close to 6 hours away. But you come with the brothers. That's how we come. You come together, bro. Once you come with the brothers, that's how they all met me. Nobody came by themselves. Everybody came together. You know why? It's important. I need to see energy flux. I need to see a balance. That's it. All right? So I love you, brother. I love all my brothers. Y'all come as one. As one. Okay? Rondo, he shows up, and he can show up at any time. West Side. They can show up because you know what? Trump, because we have this. They're grafted in. They showed up, and they showed out, and I was like, holy shit. Just don't pop up in my door, bro, because see, even though I can read people 100%, we don't do that. Because, see, there are still people watching. There are things going on, and I have to keep all my beloveds safe. It's just the way it is. You don't have to trust me. Entrust in yourself to entrust in me when I tell you this. We're in a different time. So, Let me go on to the next part of this, because I read that for yourself. Go to the Haskalah, go to the emancipation part, read all that on your own, okay? Do yourself through due diligence, you will learn so much more, okay? Check out Esther, chapter 18, chapter 8, verse 17. Go and read that if I'm right. If I don't remember it too well. But I'm going to go to the next part, which is, because you got to remember, he was a journalist. What do journalists do? They lie. So, a web of English history, European history. Austria-Hungary, 1870 to 1914. Isn't that the time of the destruction when you think about up to the point of the First World War? What happened before that? I'm not going to put that book out. The Crimean War was, that wasn't. Anyway, the original people of the lands were being turned on by their own brethren and sister because of the coloration or less than. Okay? I just saw 3 people on TikTok who look like they're pale skins. It ain't nothing but nigga. They made sure to let people know, sure they mommy and daddy. And everybody's like, and here I've been saying this all along. Like, what the fuck? Lena Horne wasn't enough? Wizard of Oz and shit? What the fuck? This document was written by Stephen Tong. I am most grateful to have his kind permission to include it on the website. I'm reading you because it's what I'm European history. Okay, and I have to read it word by word, verbatim. The most likely essay on Austria-Hungary will deal with the question of nationalism with the empire. Only empire there was Tartary. These notes deal with this issue. We call that at a castle over there, right? But it's a palace. They destroyed most of the palaces over here and perverted them. Okay, not for no heads, the heads of all, right? Those put in position, who weren't paid or richer than everybody else, but everybody's equal, but could handle certain positions. Okay? I mean, Nottingham, you know, you see the horse, right? It bites and chews on everybody. I've been over there a few times. And yet anybody go over there that's sick and the horse is respected because there's evil afoot. All right, that's a whole nother narrative. Anyway, these notes deal with this issue. There is information on foreign policy that is also important, especially in understanding the outbreak of World War I. And y'all know that it was 3 cousins, right? And then you know how they got us involved, right? No? Austria-Hungary, when you want to eradicate history, when you're set upon the world and you want to get rid of the old guard and establish a new narrative, that's why I say all these motherfuckers fighting wars, they don't give a fuck about your children, they don't care about your history, and they don't care about you. This is to get rid of all you dumb fucks willing. I look at Ukraine and Russia, and I look at all them dumb motherfuckers fighting each other. They don't get it. And they're too stupid to get it. Austria-Hungary was a multinational empire created by the Ausgleich, or a compromise of 1867. Before 1867, the empire had been dominated by the Austrian Germans. After defeat in the 7 Weeks' War, the Germans Crimea, Germans were forced to share power with the other major group in the empire, the Hungarians. The Ausgleich placed the Hungarians, the Magyars, sound familiar? On an equal, if you think Glujars, on an equal footing with the Germans. Each half of the empire had its own government and control of internal affairs in that half. There were 3 common ministries: war, finance, and foreign relations. Do you remember when Hitler was saying how they brought homosexuality and killing of the beasts and the animals, and he stated this, goddammit. He saw it as a perversion. He wanted all that homosexual and pornography and all that off the land. To alter. And he did. And the fake Jews went all to their brethren and established fake kingdoms and persuaded them to get involved, to send more of their sons and daughters to keep the balance so the influence of knowledge and history could not repeat itself, and they can do and keep rewriting. You're going to enjoy facts are facts when I read it. Okay? If I make some mistakes here, fine. Research the stuff for yourself. Anyway, on equal footing with the Germans, each half of the empire had its own government control. We know that war, finance, and foreign relations, right? It was called the dual monarchy. The Emperor of Austria was also King of Hungary. The Emperor from 1848 until 1916 was Francis Joseph the First from the Habsburg family, the traditional rulers of Austria. Now, Francis Joseph's personal life was very tragic. His brother had been shot during a revolt in Mexico in 1867. The conquering of these lands, people. That's why a lot of people down in South America have a hard time accepting the trilateral effect. Now, there's many Pelskins who are our relatives from our bloodline. So don't get it twisted. But see, the enemy knew, because Herzl looked like a goddamn Palestinian his goddamn self. Y'all never really saw a picture of him, did you? Dig one up. Anyway, I want to pull this guy up. Not right now, but let me finish reading this right here because I need you to understand more. In Mexico in 1867, he was shot where he had been emperor. Let me read that to you again. Francis Joseph the First from the Habsburg family, the traditional rulers of Austria. Francis Joseph's personal life was very tragic. His brother had been shot during a revolt in Mexico in 1867, where he had been emperor. Do I have your fucking attention now? His only son and heir, Rudolph, committed suicide at Mariling in a lover's pact in 1889. His wife Elizabeth was assassinated in 1898, and his heir and nephew Francis Ferdinand was assassinated at Sarajevo. That's a long way off in 1914, World War I. The arrangement of the dual monarchy worked well until 1918. Although there was tensions between the two countries, for example, in 1903 and 1906, there was a serious row over Hungarian demands for increased control over Hungarian units of the army, and they wanted to replace German as the language of command in these regiments. What language was actually spoken? Yiddish. And even some of the Ket languages you hear these natives speaking over here. Because there were a multitude of different individuals based on, if you want to get into Yaphetic courses. You see it in Ukraine and Russia today. Think I'm lying? Have a look-see. Let me pull this individual up. Okay? Y'all, you're having a hard time knowing the truth about our southern. That's our lands. All that in South America. That's why you have Ghana and Brazil and all this other beautiful stuff down there. There's plenty of places. Blue terriers areas and all that. So let's have a look here at the so-called Emperor of Mexico. Okay? Self-fucking-proclaimed. Maximilian. Just another one of them fake-ass motherfucking Jews. 1867. The liars of history have asserted themselves everywhere to create a new history. George Orwellian factor much? All they do is think of war, destruction. They don't care about their babies, grandbabies. They don't give a damn about their great greats. That don't mean nothing to them. Now you see why I'm reading Heaven Bearers? I didn't even get into the new custodian book. That'll break it down even more. Anyway, I just wanted to share a little bit of tea this AM. Of course, there's a plethora more. I have a distaste and a disdain for all of the garbage that most people have acclimated to. And you still have stupid people pushing for, I stand with Israel. Shut the fuck up. But see, they want this to feed energy because they want to kill a lot of them. They know a lot of them are communists. They don't give a fuck about them. They're a proxy. They use them. Netanyahu was a sociopath. You already heard that some of them don't exist no more. The people who knew him well. He was never to be in that position. He has been. Who remembers when Netanyahu was talking to a rabbi? Was it like 10 years ago or so like that? When the hot mic was on, he says in Yiddish, he let him know soon the Messiah shall come and we must ramp things up. You must reach out to America. Who remembers that? Oh, how much? Oh, they got rid of that video. They could have had that on. These are sick fucking things. Anyway, now you might start having a clearer understanding of the movie Riddick and the Furion, the universe and all that other stuff. Okay? Like I said, it's bigger than you can imagine. I'm not here to give all the tallies on that. What I'm saying is, this is our land. Enough of the bullshit. Enough of these fucktards. And you got a lot of foreign fighters brought here. The niggas is using drones, this, that, and what do you think that some of the motherfuckers are being trained to do? They had a sheriff. I forget where county he's from. I guess out of Texas. Because you got to remember, there's like over 3,000 sheriffs. And they had their president and vice president. And this fake-ass president won't even talk to him. And he's supposed to respond to them whenever they want to talk. Based on this shit going, because they don't, this fake-ass media and this fake-ass government, it's next part of these fake-ass Gujar, these fake-ass Jews part. These so-called fake-ass Zionists. And until y'all see it and stop your bickering and fighting and learn how to listen and taking everything all is sensitive and emotional, and stop letting the most sensitive and emotionally chemically lobotomized motherfuckers who they all of a sudden put on the front street like as if that's okay when it's not. Because y'all want to hold on to these platforms when I keep telling you the last thing you need are these fucking platforms. Have the deep, serious conversations away from cameras and where it matters the most without becoming so perverse. That's why I said love is imminent. It's a priority. But it doesn't mean that you have to go acting out. You know, I watch some of these wars, right, and these fights, and you see them all spitting on the body and all this other nasty, because those are emotionally unstable motherfuckers, half drugged up or whatever it may be. You don't have to be that way, even to right or wrong, no matter how it may happen. You need to really step into your truth. I don't give a fuck about the goofies on Facebook for coming over here watching, run over there and acting all retarded. They're mostly unstable. They don't respect nothing. They don't respect self. They don't want to lift themselves up. They take everything personal. So fuck them. People on Instagram who don't want to listen, ticky-tacky, it's a weapon against you, you dumb motherfuckers, just like most of these. These ones right here, you got those, and they know how to choose wisely. Everyone has a choice. I've been saying this for a long time. And I'm not saying it just for you. I'm saying it for the motherfuckers that's watching that think they got everything on lock because they done some things. Everyone has a choice. Let me shout y'all off. And shout y'all off. And I went a little longer than I really wanted to. I got my baby in here. Herbo, Ocelot, what's going on, beloved? What's happening? The Losers of Humanity. I'm going to see if you got a new video up. I know I got that other one, man. Watch the whole thing. 6 fucking hours. No, that wasn't 6 hours. That was an hour. That was a good one. That was another one I was watching. That was, Sean Ryan. My apologies. I actually watched damn near 4 hours of that. Motherfucker was good. And I still got 2 hours to go. I can't marathon and watch a motherfucker like that now. But he got some good shit. My apologies. Yeah. Herbo, what's up, beloved? Alicia Cooper, what's happening, beloved? Israel was created by America and Britain. It was created by them enemies, baby. Me in the region. Be careful. Yes, baby. That's right. Marcus Williams, what's up, beloved? Yes. Yes, baby. That's true. James Bond, what's up, beloved? Slaughter did an awesome read. Yes, she did. She did a phenomenal read. Yes, she did. Thank you, baby girl. That's my girl. That's my girl. Yes, she did it very good. Yes. And I have that book. I'm so grateful that she read it. I don't have to read the motherfucking. Well, you know, if I read it, I'm break down some other things. But that's a good book. See, I told you, I got so many books that I try to keep everything. Well, I'm not trying. It's not like I hide it. They're there. I got so many goddamn books, man. It would blow your fucking mind. Like, what the fuck? Like, for real. Thank you, baby. Yeah, and one. Yeah, this is because I got some family in Costa Rica. Well, very few. I think it's like 3 or 4. Anyway, cousins of mine. But yeah, yes. And one. And Jim. That's my new fuck. I like that, dog. You better read it. It'll be up tomorrow. Okay. It'll be up tomorrow, brother. Appreciate it, baby, though. All right. Thanks, Delusion. Yeah. Thank you, man. You better read it. We love you, baby. Thank you. Anyway, love and respect. I ordered. I actually took. It was 160. I took that and added to the amount. But I ordered 3 books yesterday. I ordered the one that I showed, and I ordered another one. You know, we got a book in. I shared that with you the other day. Today I got to go and take 2 of these yellow slips, but I'm attempting to wait to see if they put stuff out, even though they got people over there still moving like they're on the Thorazine shuffle. So around 11 or so, or 12, whatever time, I'll go over there and check the P.O. box. I really don't want to go twice, so I was going to just wait till tomorrow, but I want to see what's over there, what package is waiting on me. But I want to wait till where I think they might have put the stuff out, because usually on Mondays from the weekend, they'll put everything in there, you know, starting in the morning, depending on how much. If it's a lot, sometimes it's best just to wait till the next day. But hopefully there's some more books. Like I said, I have been trickle buying some books because you guys, you don't, like I really wanted to, a month ago, I wanted to get them all, thinking that y'all would, it's not the case. So please watch the ads. It will help. I know some of you just don't watch the ads, and I know you just like a stickler. It's about change. Choice means you have a choice, and I know some of you are ignorant, gonna be like, yeah, my choice is not to watch the ads. Fuck you too. Watch the ads. I appreciate it. For those who don't, unfollow me, motherfucker. I appreciate the new subscribers. I'm a solid person. I'm not gimmicky. Before you emotionally broke motherfuckers, go into the world. If you're that suicidal, go the fuck on. Get out of here. The story I got to tell might not be get told to any of you. That's not my fucking loss. You might think that it's your loss because, no, the feds don't win. Those dumb motherfuckers don't even know the story. Trust me. Hell, even if you want to say lizards and all them walking around, they don't even know the fucking story. Even they're compelled to do the dumb shit they're doing. They don't have a fucking clue. Okay? I told you the world is full of some stupid motherfuckers. When I say the world, do you know what I mean? You don't have an idea. Anywho, I hope you enjoyed the read. I hope you enjoyed me breaking a few little things down. It goes deeper. That's why I gave you the information. You can always come back, listen again, and find the little certain points and mark the time so that way you can hit those things to utilize that. And the more you come across, you'll see more and more, and study the words that are being used. Because a lot of people read, and they'll read a word, and they don't know what the fuck the word means. Stop. Look up what the word means so you have a better, deeper appreciation and understanding of what the fuck it is you're reading. Okay? And remember, I just showed you real quickly how they wrote themselves in with a wondrous lie. That if fact checkers were to come along, they would say, well, what it says over here, and fact checkers is full of shit. Okay? Because I know more than the history, the bullshit they put in there, because I have stuff older than the narrative, and you can always look at the print and the revised narrative of the stories. They're always fucking changing. Like I have plethora of information showing never no such thing as an African American existing. until these fake Jews are settled on the ignorance of dumb niggas running around in stupid ass pelskins that don't know the benefit of the true people being still in this land, all right, and honoring in that. And though they're waking up and realizing it, stupid as late as the fuck they are, they're coming around. So there's no hate. But yeah, I have enough I can put on here and fuck up fat chickens, Snoops, all these goofy fake Zionist monkey ass government little fucking fact checking bullshitters. But I don't want to do that. I'd rather you find it exercises the right hemisphere. Oh, it does. Anyway, appreciate you guys. Nothing but honor and respect to you all you gods and goddesses. Just gods, periods. Period. We don't need to say goddesses and all that shit. Just gods, motherfuckers. That's what y'all are. Remember that. There's no divvy. The two of you mean the most thing. The male and the female. Fuck all the other shit. Straight up fucking gods. Know the importance. See y'all in about 4 hours.